Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Plague Inc. Evolved, the early access Windows version of the popular cell phone game Plague Inc. Today we're going to be doing another official scenario. We will be doing the Pirate Plague. Maritime piracy increases worldwide and poses a major threat to international shipping. Global sea transport and trade is significantly reduced, changing the way that people travel. How will anyone get to Greenland now? Interesting. So Greenland's gonna be a problem. Well, we'll stick with our little virus thought. I don't know how we're gonna adjust for this. I'm gonna use Aqua Sight, that makes sense. And I'll just leave everything else alone. We'll play on casual. And we get to name it too. So we'll just call it the Pirate Plague. Wasn't that what it was called? Welcome to the Pirate Plague scenario. You are a new virus. To win, you must evolve and spread across the world, wiping out all humans. Okay, so normally I would choose... I was thinking about choosing Greenland, but I don't think that makes sense. What if we chose the Caribbean? It doesn't make any sense either. Let's see. Well, if we're gonna talk pirates, we should start with the UK. Ooh, but that is risky. That is a risky choice, but we'll start. Piracy pretty much evolved from the UK, in my opinion. I could be totally wrong about that, but Nordic Viking tradition probably predates the piracy of England, and I'm sure there was some piracy going on in Egypt that probably predates Vikings. And there probably was some piracy going on in Japan and China that might even predate Egypt, but I would tend to think Egypt first. So the Mediterranean, it is amazing to think that for a lot of time people thought the Mediterranean and the Nile were the only oceans there were. Imagine if our planet only had this much water on it. That's what a lot of people believed. They thought as they got further and further going this direction, they realized they were not correct. But for a long time it was always thought that the world would just fall off the edge. So they would go only as far as they could see the shores of these. So probably just a tiny little sliver away from each shore would be as far as they would have been willing to go. And if they went any further, they'd pretty much be lost at sea. But look at the world now. There's 2 whole continents that are pretty big extra. There's a huge ocean here, huge oceans here. I think these might be 2 oceans. I don't know. Huge body of water. Australia, not immediately known. Africa, probably not completely known. They probably thought it was just a small desert for a long while. There was a point in sailing when you were definitely charting the world and just getting a lay of the vastness of it, where no one group of people would even have a clue. Somebody might know that, like, Russia is huge, but if you're in one of these countries, as far as they know, it only goes a few miles that way, then it hits the end. Speed this game up. So it seems like this scenario is just going to make it difficult to transfer by boat, which isn't going to give me too much trouble. Am I ready for assists? No, I don't think I am. I'm gonna devolve it for 1 DNA. Let's see. And then we'll give it some antibiotic resistance. Starting the spread now. Let's see. How much DNA do I need? 17? The spread is definitely different starting in London, UK. Oops, did not mean to zoom in. Clicked on the wrong thing. Alright, 20 more DNA, and then that is as much as I really can do to increase the spread by air and water. I'll start giving it some cold resistance. See, a little cold resistance there. Probably needs some warm resistance too. Oh, they've discovered me. Didn't want that to happen. Oh no, nope. Starting to work on the cure already. Like I said last episode, it's been a while since I played this, and it's showing. It is definitely showing. How much do I need for the second? Should I call it 25? Spreading. Some genetic hardening. Do I want to go any further? Let's see. Just make it ever so slightly more difficult. I think I was gonna do this just to get it into the hot regions. It doesn't look like it's affecting the hot regions enough. Anemia mutated. We still have the Caribbean and Greenland and all of these. So how can I increase infectivity is the question. I don't think I can. I think I need to get all of these to try and get some random infection, non-human infections going. Countries are left. Greenland and New Guinea are my concerns. Guinea here, Greenland here. They haven't yet closed the borders, which is good news. But with those animal transmission vectors, I am increasing the mutation. be making a mistake by allowing all these symptoms to mutate. They're at 6%, 7% the cure right now. Need 33 more DNA. Remember, we need to get all of them infected. I'm gonna have to throw some DNA into just getting some lethality out of the system. I'm like right next to total organ failure, which is way too early for that. I gotta just stick with the plan. 33. We got New Guinea. That's great. So we're watching Greenland. Greenland hasn't showed. Oh, we can't have total organ failure. We definitely can't have that. We'll spend the 2 DNA to get rid of that one. Go to the world map here, we only have to worry about Greenland and just the infectivity about it. If we start killing too many people before we can get that last 25 million infected. There we go, finally got that transmission up. Probably want to go for necrosis too, but do I want to do that, or do I want to focus on some more transmission? I don't think getting those other transmissions would increase the chance of Greenland getting infected. They still have their port open, it's just the piracy plague. Definitely can't tolerate total organ failure. It's gonna cost 1 more each time. Maybe the trick here was that we really did have to start in Greenland. That there was no other option. We're being placed on a watch list. If we could get some more DNA and shuffle, it's probably a good idea. Again, total organ failure, not ready. Boy. Shuffle would cost 24. There we go, finally. So, we have 100% infected in New Guinea. I think we have 100% infected pretty much everywhere except for Greenland now. So, watch that infectivity get everyone. Now it's just a race that they don't find the cure. There are no healthy people left. That is great. Go ahead and mutate all you want into it. It's 12 to get viral instability. That would be fine by me. It will make it a little bit more difficult. So we'll try and have it mutate back into total organ failure now that we can just allow people to die. But racing the cure. Come on, total organ failure. Need a little bit more DNA. Oh no, it's too... The cure is proceeding too fast. There we go, total organ failure mutated. Start these people dying. There we go, coma. 62%. Let's see. Insanity to make it more difficult. and then 12th mutates more symptoms. I think we've got it. I think we've beaten back the pirates. You know, I've always wanted to be able to do that rhyme in a play called The Pirates of Penzance. You've probably heard of it. If you don't remember, you probably were forced to watch The Pirates of Penzance in school. And it starts, I am the very model of a modern major general, and then he keeps on just rhyming words over and over again for about 4 or 5 minutes of just really fast speech, and it's pretty funny song, and I've always wanted to do all of it, but I can only remember about 3 of the sentences. I think the next sentence is, I'm very well versed in everything animal and mineral. I think the whole play kind of falls apart near the end. But it's pretty funny musical type thing. And that's about the only thing I really know about pirates. So I can tell you, if you want a lovely pirate ship to put on your top of your bookshelf or maybe a nice table ornament, you can get some Pirates of the Caribbean Lego sets. And that's what I did. I got, I don't think it's the Black Pearl. I think it's, and it's definitely not the Dawn Treader, because that's the Chronicles of Narnia, which I guess I know about that ship too, but it's a red ship. Yeah, I think it's the bad guy ship in the second Pirates of the Caribbean things, and it looks real nice when you put it together. It's a good, decent amount of Legos, but any adult can put it together in a couple days of free time. So just a couple hours, and it looks real nice, and it's cool. Yeah. Something to build your own things. I guess that kind of indicates that if I was to try and build like ships in the bottle, I might enjoy that, but even Legos are a little too small for my big fingers. Now Duplo, of course, the Legos for little kids is too big, but doing tweezers and all the trickery you have to do ships in the bottle doesn't seem like something that would be super interesting to me. Anyways, we won with a little bit of difficulty, not terrible, but we did have to struggle a little bit. Took 627 days. Cure got up to 61%. That should have been lower. Complex virus, of course. We got 43,230 and 2 biohazards out of 3, which is alright by me. I think we were playing on casual. Yep, we were. So that's 2 more of those. Let's see, am I gonna do all these scenarios over again on Brutal? Do we really need to see him twice, though, is the question. I'll think about it. I will definitely think about it. A lot of these plagues, these scenarios aren't changing a lot. It's really strange, because we saw, what was the first one? Like Black Death? Black Death was the first one we had to do, and it seemed like it really changed a lot. The plague was different and all of that. And then we ran into a lot of these scenarios where it's just barely changing the scenario at all. And it's all in the background, so it's not really showing anything there. I would like to be able to see, what did the pirate plague really change? If they could write that, if they could say chance of spreading by water reduced by 50%, then there would be at least some numbers there that we could understand. So that kind of makes me lean towards No, I don't think we will probably come back and do the scenarios on Brutal. There's no actual reason to do them on Brutal. You're just getting the stars. There's no real reason to even do these on Brutal except for the cheats, which we're still working on. So next episode we have one more necrovirus we need to win, and then we'll be done. So we'd have to beat all diseases on Mega Brutal to unlock. At least that's what it says, but that's not true because we had to defeat all of these on Brutal, and we unlocked it before we had ever done that. I don't even know if we have done that. I don't think we have, because Brutal is the gold. Let's see. Yeah, Biohazard. So we haven't even beaten anything. We haven't beaten the Necrovirus on gold. We haven't beaten the Prion on gold. So unless they meant beat bacteria, virus, and fungus on uh, gold, and then you would get the cheats, that doesn't make any sense at all. Maybe that is the case though. Maybe Plague Inc. originally was just bacteria, virus, and fungus, and that's why the Nurax swarm here breaks it up. And then in the late, early update, they added Parasite Prion, and then let's see. I'm not sure if the Nurax swarm came out after Parasite and Prion or after Nanovirus and Bioweapon. Interesting. I think they're gonna add some more too, but I'm not gonna bother to, well, immediately try to add an episode. I'll come back later if they add some more scenarios. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, you got to hear me sing, which is a rarity. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment in the video, comment on the video, and watch every second of my videos because all of that helps me with YouTube. If you want to support me, there's two ways. One is clicking on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Or you can click on the Amazon.com affiliate link down below and shop normally. If you want to friend or follow me on practically any social media, including Steam and Battle.net, all that information is also down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.